Brooks is over here hanging out in his camper. It's game day, you guys. We just got to the field. We are about to hit BP here in about 30 minutes. We have a 3 o'clock game today against the Slammin' Sammies. So back to playing baseball this weekend. I'm right here next to Brooks, my buddy Brooks Benson. He's right here. So he is living right here in his camper at the field. It's pretty cool actually, because he when he goes around the country, he just brings his camper with him and lives in there. So that's why he comes over at night and comes and showers at our place and just hangs out. We're sitting here. I got my 3D Energy, the grape version, probably the best one. And over here we have Chris Salvi getting a workout in. So this is Brooks, ball player, camper life. This is the camper.
What's up, everybody? Oh gosh, I don't even know if you want to go in there.
This is the
At ball player.
Oh, at ball player camper life.
Camper life on Instagram.
Go ahead and give us a tour.
You know, all right. So we are right here. We have a toilet, porta potty.
Big necessity.
You come in here. You got the couch folds into a bed. You got some storage up here. You got a little stereo right here.
Taken care of with your sounds.
You got microwave. Sorry, this is a little bit messy. We got 2-burner stove, sink, some more storage. We have a fridge right here. Got some outlets right there. Got a water pump right here, and got the fuse box right there. Got the bed up top here, which is kind of being used for storage right now because I'm currently sleeping on this bed, so this thing doesn't tip over, you know. And then we got a little window right here you can peek out of. A couple little charging ports right here, some LED lights, you know, got everything. Got batteries right here.
Taken care of.
And the AC, can't forget the AC up here.
And we have the generator.
We got the generator right over here. It's loud as all
down
hell.
Right there. So me and Pete have been scheming about coming in one night and just completely messing with him because we have this little door handle right here. So what me and Pete are gonna do is put a bar in there and lock him in and tap on the windows all night. Okay, so we are about to head into the field. Let's go hit BP. About to play the game. So I'll catch up with you guys afterwards. Salvi, what's good? Did you get a good workout in? Salvi, how was your workout? How was your workout? Pretty good? You're looking pretty big. All right, guys, so we are back from the game. I did not play today. That is why I did not attach any game clips here before, just like I did last time or on the last video. So if you have not watched that one yet, be sure to go check it out. It's my tour of Forbes Field and PNC Park, and then also some games from our opening weekend. But we lost today 6-2 or 6-3, something like that, to the Slammin' Sammies. So now I am back at the room. I have the show going on over here on TV, and I'm here at the table. I have my Caesar salad and a little ground beef with rice right there, a little like taco bowl, except I'm missing like the chips and salsa. But anyways, you know, just having a little bit of dinner. I'm probably gonna eat a few more times tonight because I am hungry. So thinking about going to get Wendy's. As unhealthy as it is, I know, but I'm craving a chicken sandwich and some nuggets on their little $5 meal. So I might go get some of that. I know Brooks is coming over here very soon, and Pete is at the game tonight. So as always, we are just chilling, just hanging out. The boys are back. I'm here working on some 1% athletic stuff. Pete is playing the show.
Hi.
And Brother Benson is over there. That's his wrestling alias. He's over there modeling his driveline shirt. He's about to ditch us. He came over to use our shower and our laundry once again. So
You gotta start charging.
yeah. So we're gonna start charging him to come over.
Oh.
But anyways, we're just chilling.
Beat it.
More games tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to day 2 of the vlog. So it is currently 12:30 and I have actually been door dashing this morning, trying to make a little bit of some extra cash just while I'm up here. We don't play till 7 at night, so I kind of got the morning just to hang out. So I went and door dashed. But right now I am currently, y'all are gonna think this is weird as hell, but personally I'm very much a history nerd. I love history, and as a young kid, thanks to my grandpa, he used to always tell me history about wars and civil wars and the revolution and all that kind of stuff, along with some other history. But we used to always talk about the wars, and so, you know, that's kind of how I got into history. So being up here, you know, I'm very interested in seeing a lot of the old stuff that has to do with the Civil War and so forth. And so the other day I was driving and I found I drove by one of the old cemeteries that are in this area called the Washington Cemetery. And it was pretty cool because you drive in, there's some like old Civil War veterans that are buried here, which is pretty fascinating to me. So if I can find any of those tombstones, I'll show them here in the grave, or I'll show them here in the video. It's pretty cool. But if you keep going, you get to the top of the hill and you can see over the whole city. So I'm gonna show you guys this view that I'm talking about. So this is the whole view over Washington, Pennsylvania. It's pretty sick. I mean, this is all the city. That little white thing right there, that's the Capitol, I think, or a City Hall maybe, not the Capitol, City Hall. So that's like downtown right there. I can't really see where I'm staying. I mean, where I'm staying is like way back there. So I came through here the other night whenever I actually found it, because I had a DoorDash order that was over close by it, and so I pulled in and saw it. Sat up here and enjoyed the view. It was pretty cool because there was actually some deer out here that night, and they weren't skittish at all. So I'm gonna post the pictures right here, because they weren't skittish, and I was literally like a foot, 2 feet away from them. Of course I was in my car, but you know, they weren't running away, they were minding their own business, and it was just cool because I could be really up close to them. But so now today, I had another DoorDash order that was down this way, so I decided to pull in here and sit on top of this hill. You know, I'm gonna sit here for 15-20 minutes and just kind of relax, sit in the peace and quiet, enjoy my own thoughts. I brought my journal with me. Shout out to Brad D'Antonio, man overseas on Instagram, and his podcast, if you're watching Brad. But he's gotten me big into journaling and writing down your own thoughts and learning from yourself and your life to be able to grow as a person as you get older. And it's one of the things that he is a very big proponent of as far as building successful disciplines and habits for your life. So it's something that he has influenced me to do, and so I figured, you know, I'd pull in here and sit on top of this hill for a while, because I have become a big believer in solitude. You could call it meditation, I guess, but I like to just think of it as solitude. You know, spending time with yourself in peace and quiet, and just really reflecting and evaluating, and just finding your own inner peace, your mental peace, and all those kind of things. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna do now for about 15-20 minutes. I'm just gonna hang out here on that little bench right there, just sit up here and journal for the day and yesterday, and just kind of enjoy, you know, there's a nice little breeze going on up here, and just sit here before I go have lunch and start getting ready for the game. So like I said, you guys might think that's weird because I'm in the cemetery. I get it, that's kind of morbid. But for me, it's kind of, I'm looking at it at a different picture, because I'm just sitting here and you know, looking over what I'm getting to do, and really just having a lot of gratitude for the experiences that I'm able to have. So I'll catch up back with you guys as the day goes on. Talking about the Civil War graves, well, this one right here that I'm pointing to, the death date on there is 1897. So, you know, it's just pretty cool. Like I said, it's morbid, but, you know, life comes full circle. There's 2 things you're guaranteed in life. You're born and you're gonna die. What you do in between there is up to you in your decisions. You can either apply yourself and build yourself up, become a person of value, work hard, and live the life you want, or I guess you can, point fingers and place blame on everybody else and say that it's everybody else's fault. You're not living the life that you want to live. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that you have the free will in your life to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Where you start is not where you have to end. You have the will to make your own choices. You have the will to control your work ethic and the habits that you create for yourself. So this right here is Washington Jefferson College. As you can see, this is our football stadium. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it's a small school. I think maybe like a D3 or an AIA, but this is their stadium, and it's a turf field. But I don't know, man. This, for whatever reason, is pretty cool. I love old stuff. Like, old architecture to me is so cool. Like, so there it is. It's pretty sweet. So before I head back to the hotel, because I do need to eat some lunch when I get back. I'm gonna have some food cooked, but I need some more for tonight. Coming to the grocery store real quick, grab some beef and salt and pepper, because we do not have salt and pepper at the hotel room, and it drives me nuts. So I'm gonna run in here real quick and grab some things before I go back to the hotel, eat, get a quick workout in before heading to the field. And now I am back at the room. I'm not sure where Pete is. He might actually be at the field for the other game that's going on right now. He might be up there, I'm not sure. But I'm back at the room. My hair, man. And it's about to eat and then go work out. I'll show you guys what I got from the grocery store. So I got 2 bags of salad. So I love salad with my meals. Salt and pepper, because we don't have any here in the room. Pink salt, I love pink salt. Pepper jack cheese to go with my sandwiches before the game. And then check this out. I got this value pack of sirloin steaks. So it's only $10. It's weird because up here, I mean, I bought meat the other day, sirloin steak, and then just now this value pack for $10. And it's actually seems like their meat is cheaper than what it is back home in Houston. Because I know, like, the chicken here is like $6 or $7. So for me, I was like, why buy, 2 pounds of chicken when I could buy red meat for basically the same price? So got me some steaks. I love red meat. I love steaks. Then Cliff Bars for mid-game snacks. These Power Bowls, even though they're frozen meals, I love these. They're actually really good. So I got that one. And then I got this little burrito one. I never had this one before, but I'm gonna try it out. Last year on the road when I was in Kansas, I used to eat these all the time just because they're pretty good. I would eat those Power Bowls when we were on the road because they were simple. Just put them in the microwave and able to eat. So I got a few of those just for late nights that I don't feel like cooking, which will probably be tonight, since we do have the 7 o'clock game, Friday night game against the Wild.
And now Carson Lee comes to the plate to side now, by the way, 2 of 17 on the year from the shortstop position, 2 RBI for him, but that's on a RBI triple, I believe. Either triple or double. It was an extra base hit for Desai last weekend. Yeah, a triple. Brings in Carson Lee, 3 of 11 at the plate so far, has not batted in a run, no homers. Obviously then either. Fastball from Havard gets away in the outside. 1-0. Third base runner is Nico Tony. He singled to start the inning. Salvi at second base after singling following Tony's at-bat. Corey Bass flew out to center field to bring those 2 guys up 90 feet. And then Brooks Benson walked before the Desai strikeout there. This one's fouled back to the backstop, 1-1. Not only was last year good for Havard, but his 3 professional seasons thus far have been pretty good. He was great in Traverse City for the most part. Despite 5-7 and 4-9 records, ERA never over 3.93 in his 3 years and has always made at least 16 starts in the season. Thrown 104 in a third innings, twice 105 in a third, his career high in 2018. Misses here, 2 balls, 1 strike to Carson Lee. 2 complete games, 1 shutout in 2018. He had a 7-inning shutout in 2017, his first season with the Beach Bums. That came on August 23rd of 2017 at Lake Erie. And already another jam for John Havard here, first and third and nobody out. Havard will set, come home to Carson Lee, who hit into that fielder's choice to end the inning. The second, he hits this one towards right field in the air. Hector Rowe is definitely going to have a double play here. He's going to throw home instead, though, and they get the out at home. Double play that way. He'll take it that way. How about that?
Carson Lee.
Mispitch fouled away by Carson Lee, back into the seats. Infield drawn in for Washington with a runner on third base and 1 out. The 0-1 pitch misses downstairs and away, 1-1. One pitch from Strayer in the air towards right and foul, out of play. Now 1-2. I know this won't sit well with John Havard. If I had to put money down and I was a betting man, he'll be much better in his next start. Use it as fuel. 1-2 misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, you don't carve out 3 years in pro ball, over 100 innings, never an ERA over 4, and 3.93 in John's case if you're not any good, right? If you can't bounce back from adversity and in rough starts, getting beat around the bush a little bit. It happens to every starting pitcher in baseball. 2-2s grounded towards third base. Hernandez has it. He'll throw across the diamond to first, 2 away, and first pitch misses to Carson Lee. Now another outside, 2 balls, no strikes to the second baseman, who was 0 for 3 tonight. Scoring in this game started in the top of the third inning after a 1-2-3 inning by John Havard in the first. Then got out of a bases loaded, 1 out jam in the second. Ran into a little bit of trouble with 2 home runs allowed in the third inning. Called strike 2 and 1. It was solo shot by Derek Reddy, a 2-run homer by Chris Salvi, who's since been replaced in this game. In the fourth inning, nothing doing. The Wild Things would scratch across their run in the fourth inning, of one of the 3 at least so far. Ray Hernandez home run. Pitch is upstairs. 3-1 to Carson Lee. Then the 6-run 5th inning happened, all against John Havard. A base hit by Britt Smith, a walk, a base hit by Tony. The Tony base hit scored Brett Smith. Then the 3-run homer by Chris Salvi made it 7-1. 3-1 pitch. That's called a strike, 3-2 on Carson Lee. Double by Corey Bass. He'd be doubled home, replaced there by Brooks Benson. It was his second double of the game. He has been on base all 4 times, including being at first base right now. Then V. Desai got out. Carson Lee got out as Cody at that point before Derek Reddy would single home Brooks Benson to make it 9-1. The Wild Things 2 back lasting on Erickson's bases loaded 2-out single. Runner takes off, 3-2 inside, and it's ball 4. 1-0 No ERA. It's 3 1/3 scoreless. 1 hit, 5 strikeouts for him in 2 appearances. 1-1 home to Queitzer. Ground ball towards the right side. Second baseman Lee shaded towards the 4-hole already, goes over field. Pitch a strike to Carson Lee. 0-1. Another strike. 0-2. So we had our first rant of fans leaving games early this summer. You'll get probably more of those. We've had a rant about Derek Jeter. We tried to put together a sandwich with guys on base yesterday. With incorrectly, now that I go back and I watched it this morning because we were talking about it in the office after our game day meeting. Pitch misses. Marcilli thought he had strike 3, 1-2. I said yesterday when the Slam and Sammy said the bases loaded, I said it's like the ingredients are all on the sandwich. And you've got the capicola or the closer, whatever you want to call it, at home plate. And I said that there was tomato, lettuce, and slaw, and you just wouldn't have lettuce and slaw in the same sandwich. That would just be dumb. 1-2. Down and away, gets away from Erickson. Wild pitch will move the runner up. And make it 2-2 on Carson Lee. And I went back and I saw that. I was very upset with myself. See, I don't know what else would go on at a Permanis sandwich. Just to use the example, it would have cheese maybe, would be the other one that we would need. Tomato, cheese, slaw. And then the capicola or the ham or the kielbasa. A line drive towards left, down in front of the left footer. Queitzer, base hit, run scores. 10-4, not the radio call.
The boys are back post-game. We got a big win tonight, winning. What did we win? 10-4. Your boy had an RBI. Your boy, brother Benson over here, he had 2 doubles. And as y'all can see, I have not showered yet. Do not judge me, okay? I came home and I cooked a delicious steak, and now I'm playing a game of the show before I get in bed. Pete's over here chilling. Pete went to the casino tonight, and how'd you do, Pete? Tell YouTube. How did you do?
Came out in positive numbers, folks. A little richer.
It's better than a negative number. So, we're just chilling, but we have the show going on here. And, yeah, we're just hanging out till tomorrow. Get to sleep in tonight. Looking forward to it. See you guys tomorrow. I'm trying to do the transition here. It doesn't work. All right, I'm catching up with you guys a little bit later in the day today. It's Saturday, and we have another night game tonight. Since we played tonight and we had all day just to chill, my routine was pretty much the same as it was yesterday. All the clips that you just saw before this. As much as I want to continue these videos and share the minor league life with you guys, just be aware that, you know, some of the videos may get a little repetitive here the next few weeks, just because, I mean, the routine is fairly the same as of what we go through every day. And I'm trying to keep them as exciting for you guys as possible, just so that you will enjoy watching them. But at the same time, cut me some slack and just be mindful of that, you know, we're pretty much doing the same thing. So they may kind of drag out a bit.
2-2. Ground ball towards third. Up with it is the third baseman. Gelfman to second for 1. Return to first. Double play. And they bring in Carson Lee. So from 3-0 to get 3 straight looking strikes. Or called strikes, whichever term you prefer. Carson Lee 4 for 15 in the summer so far. No homers and a run batted in. That run batted in came yesterday in the Road Warriors win against the Wild Things in the 9th inning. Against Wild Things reliever Matt Marcilli. Pitch to him from Binder. High and tight, a ball, no strikes. As Binder works to the 7th hitter in the Road Warriors lineup, the Black Sox scored a run in the bottom of the 1st inning. An RBI single by Zane Gelfman, their third baseman, called strike 1-1. Coming off that 10-4 win over the Wild Things last night, Road Warriors also won on Sunday, so the Black Sox have won 2 straight. 1-1 pitch. That's a strike. 1-2. Was a comeback win over these baseball, or I should say, Road Warriors lost on Thursday. Both the Wild Things and Slam and Sammys went either way. 2 of 3, I guess I should say, for the Black Sox. They had won on Sunday the last time these two teams met up. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away back to the bleachers and back to the field of play. They came back to win against the Baseball Brilliant Sox on Sunday. It was a 2-run homer by Chris Salvi in the 7th inning on Sunday that tied the game, and then Salvi hit a ball back up the middle for an RBI single in the 9th inning that gave the Road Warriors a lead that they would protect with Joe Jones in the bottom of the 9th, despite Baseball Brilliance sending the tying run. 1-2. Ground ball towards second. Long run for the second baseman. He's got it. Flips to first, and Salvi there covering Lee. This one's fouled away by Carson Lee, who struck out his first time up. Foul ball off to the right, but playable perhaps for Brennan Price. He's not going to get there. 0-2 now on Carson Lee with one away and a runner on first base here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Road Warrior Black Sox. Oh, 2 to Lee. Ground ball towards short. Could be 2. Shortstop Rios to second for 1. The return to first. Double play. Relative silence. Runner takes off there. Throw down plenty in time. Brilliant Sox here as we head to the bottom of the 7th. They're going to lose their DH here. Jacob Bockley, the DH, has come in to catch, meaning Ruiz is out of the game. Unless he has snuck off somewhere where we can't see him. Pitch to Carson Lee from the new pitcher Max Tannenbaum is a ball. There's a called strike. Called strike again, 1-2. So Chris Ruiz is out, which puts Tannenbaum that spot in the 8 hole. A miss. 2-2. I guess in theory, that 8 spot might not come up again for Baseball Brilliance. Miss low. Three balls, 2 strikes. Base hit by Trey Hunt scored the 3rd run of the inning, and then the sacrifice fly by Cody Lovejoy in that inning scored the 4th run, made it 5-1. Baseball Brilliance would add a run or RBI single by Andres Rios, scoring Tommy Baggett, who had tripled for a second time. That made it 6-1. Here's a loop out towards right center field by Carson Lee. He's going to be aboard as well.
So because it's a early Sunday day game, we are not hitting BP on the field. So this is typically treated like a getaway day where you'll be traveling. So we're just sitting in the cage, get a few swings in, and then get dressed and go play the game. Brooks Benson, Bradley Roberto. Let's play some base.
The first two names in there walked in this inning as Dorenzo hits it off the handle of the bat towards second. It took a weird hop on the second baseman, Carson Lee, and as a result, it's going to get into right field for a 2-run single. Dorenzo able to deliver what was a really weird hop off the turf. One away here in the second, and they'll bring in Carson Lee. Good to see that Pimentel really didn't miss a beat after the long home half of the first inning. And talk about how labor-intensive it was for Daniel Taggart. It was kind of the opposite for Pimentel in the first inning, swing and a miss by Carson Lee, 0-1. The 3 strikeouts, little over double-digit pitches, but it was quick work as this one misses outside, 1-1 to Lee from Pimentel. One away, nobody on. The pitch to Carson Lee, swung on, missed at the letters. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lee 5 of 19 so far, no homers, 1 run batted in. Run batted in came the other night in the Road Warriors win over the Wild Things. That was on, Friday night. Pitch fouled away. And Lee stays alive. All the days are running together at this point. I don't remember who played who beyond yesterday. Out of the wind, another 1-2 from Pimentel home to Lee. Again, hacked at and fouled away. Lee stays alive. One, two. Kind of a half swing by Lee, but a defensive half swing. No swing, says Marvin King, our base umpire, and that'll roll the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. This pitch misses. 3-2. Kevin Pimentel wants a new baseball. Pimentel's 3-2 wind, the pitch to Lee. Ground ball towards the shortstop. First ball put in play. Ward bobbles it, can't pick it up. And that'll allow Lee to read. And a ground ball towards second. Carson Lee up with it. Quick flip to second for 1. Return to first is off. I also think it may have been, as this one's fouled back, I know that the first baseman, Nick Krause, had gone out there to act as a cutoff if it was going home. So I think he might have been, because the ball had bounced towards right field. And Carson Lee had been the one that went on and got it. So I think that was actually the first baseman, Krause, that threw it. Called strike to Carson Lee, 0-2. We'll make that change at the end of the inning, because now I'm pretty convinced, along with the comment just posted, that that is correct. 0-2 fouled away. Because I remember, I'm just trying to see everything that's going on in the same play at once. The ball had bounced over the right fielder's head as he had come in. Smith had not been able to make the catch. The second baseman, Lee, was already headed out there anyways, and this one's lined towards center is going to be a base hit for Carson Lee. He's at first base with 1 out. Lee had gone 0-2, swung on, missed, throw down to second with the runner taking 1-2. Ground ball right side. Second baseman Lee's got it on the slide. Throw to first base in time to get. Pitch to Combs. Line towards second. Carson Lee going to come forward. Lefty Sean Keeley in the bullpen for Steel City. Pitch outside to Carson Lee. 1-0. Lee is 1 for 2. Has scored after singling in the 4th inning and stealing second base. And he reached on an error back in the 2nd inning by the shortstop Nick Ward. Pause by Pimentel. 1-0 home. Misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0. Low ball 3. And a 3-0 misses. Keeley set, pitch home. Strike 1. Carson Lee has been on base all 3 times, 2 times by his own accord. He reached on an error in the 2nd inning, singled and scored after stealing second base in the 4th and walked in the 5th. Against the starter Kevin Pimentel, 0-1 is a strike. Pimentel is in line for the win relatively easily should this not get disastrous for Steel City in the next few innings. Loss would go to Daniel Taggart, with Patrick Boyle being the guy that kind of let it get away a little bit. This one misses. Breaking ball from Keeley. Ran away from him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two set by Keeley. Lefty's pitch waved at and missed.